To all Yankee fans and all New York Giants football fans. This is Bob Sheppard's office, and at the Yankee homecoming dinner earlier this week, Bob was honored as he began his 40th year as the PA announcer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
What was the most dramatic introduction of a player that you've made over the 40-year span that you've been doing this job?
I think it was the secret time when Billy Martin was being installed as the manager after 2 or 3 times when he had been hired and fired.
At the All-Star game, at All-Timers Day.
Whatever it was, yeah. Al. It was a very secret thing, and I knew nothing about it till I came to the stadium that day, and I was called into a very quiet little room, and they said, "Bob, here's a script. And when Frank Messer on the field turns the microphone over to you, we want you to announce that Billy Martin will be the manager next year." So when it happened, pandemonium, absolutely pandemonium.
I never seemed to get used to hearing your voice in a new stadium as I did at Giant Stadium. I always imagined your voice belonging to the tradition in the Bronx. Did you ever have that feeling? Did you feel uncomfortable in such a state-of-the-art, high-tech stadium?
I remember, Al, one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. I did a baseball game at Yankee Stadium on the very day that Giant Stadium was opening. The baseball game ended about 5:30. I ran down, jumped into my car, hustled over to Giant Stadium, got there in time to have something to eat, go down to my booth, and on signal, the opening day, the opening night of Giant Stadium, on signal I said, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Yankee Stadium."
But everybody laughed with you.
Delightfully. Nothing derisive. They understood Bob was at a baseball game, came over here, and he doesn't know the difference between Yankee Stadium and Giant Stadium. But that was one of the biggest goofs or gaffes that I've ever been guilty of.
Do you ever find yourself cheering for the team such that yay, 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 and then when the microphone is on, then you compose yourself in the professional manner that you've been accustomed to? Are you rooting up in the booth as you're doing the game? I
am a rooter for the Yankees. I am a rooter for the Giants. I am a rooter for St. John's basketball. But I never, I hope, ever reveal in my delivery that I am favoring one team over the other. And that's not easy. Not easy at all. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Bob is a man who has always believed that what you said is just as important as how you said it. Speak clearly and enunciate. When we come back, we'll take a special trip to Midtown Manhattan, where there's a special exhibit going on.